What is up, guys? It's Guy coming at you with my first ever YouTube video. I figured I've got a good amount of knives, gear, and other stuff, and I watch a lot of other people make YouTube reviews, so I might as well start doing videos on my stuff as well. This first video today is going to be on the QSP Penguin. For those of you that don't know, QSP is a Chinese brand. Their designs are made in China, the knives are made in China, all of the profit goes to China. Some people are going to have a problem with that. I don't myself love that. I don't really love giving money to China. Those are my opinions. You're watching my YouTube video, you're going to be getting my opinions. That being said, I bought this knife used. I was interested in the design and it did look pretty good to me. And I ended up finding one on Reddit for $15 used. I decided I didn't really want to go ahead and give my money to QSP, so what the hell? I picked one up used off Reddit. Now let's go ahead and do let's go over the specifications first. This knife is going to be 7.125 inches overall. The blade is going to be 3.125 inches and it is made of D2 steel. The cutting edge is going to be 2.875 inches and that's going to be mainly because of that little sharpening choil, which I'll be talking about later. The thickness behind the blade here is going to be 0.12 inches and the thickness of the handles over here is going to be 0.46 inches, so a little under half an inch. Now these handles are made of micarta. For those of you that don't know, micarta is pretty much pieces of linen that are pressed together and covered in epoxy and resin. So the knife weighs in at 3.17 ounces, so you're getting a little bit more. It's going to be a little bit a little bit more than 1 ounce per an inch of cutting edge on this knife. So that's a pretty decent weight, definitely not too heavy. So now let's go ahead and look at the actual blade here. So we've got like I said, D2 blade, and that's going to be sheep's foot and a flat grind. The blade holds a pretty decent edge. I haven't sharpened it in a bit, but I think it'll still be able to pop some hairs off my arm. Let's see. Yeah, we've got some hairs there. Not super sharp right now, but anyways, holds a pretty decent edge. Holds it for a while. Very easy to sharpen. Given the sheep's foot blade, it is a very easy to sharpen knife and sharpens up fairly quick. I do like that it has that sharpening choil there. I do kind of wish that the choil was a little bit bigger. When I am sharpening the knife, I do find myself, just wishing it was a little bigger. Doesn't add too much ease to the sharpening. It does have thumb studs on both sides. Lefties are really gonna like that. Most knives do. So it's very easy to thumb flick out. You can flick it out almost like a little spidey flick. Really easy to flick out, thumb, index finger, whatever you want to flick it out with. Very smooth action. So let's go ahead and talk about the price real quick. This knife is going to be coming in at $32. If you go on Blade HQ and you look at their cheapest offering with micarta scales and D2 blade, you will see that that'll cost you $28. This knife comes in at $32. So it is a very fair price. It is $4 more expensive than the cheapest knife on Blade HQ that shares the same materials. So very, very fair price here. Now let's go ahead and look at this pocket clip here. I do really like the deep carry pocket clip, and it is reversible. So lefties, you're going to be able to carry it just as easily. Now you do only have the option for tip-up carry, which I'm fine with. I usually carry tip-up anyways, but for those of you who like tip-down carry, you are not going to have that option here. If you can see here, so it did originally come with 2 screws to fill in these holes. When I push those screws all the way down, you can see that it dented the micarta there, which is not very nice. Kind of a sign that it's a little bit cheaper made. I didn't really love that. Definitely didn't love that. Well, if you look at the handle, like I said, it is micarta and it's kind of slick. I'm gonna be honest, I don't get much grip from it. I would definitely love for it to have more grip. The handle is also not very ergonomic. It's kind of blocky if you're looking at it. It does not feel the best in my hand. It's also a little bit short for me, but I'm a pretty large person. I am 6'3", I'm 230 pounds. So just for reference, I've got pretty big hands. Now, if you look at it, you will see that at the bottom here, it does kind of curve out like this, which on some knives I'm okay with, but on a knife where, like I said, it's a little short in the hand for me, I don't really like that because that kind of curves out into my pinky and just kind of in general makes a knife uncomfortable to hold, for me at least. There is some jimping on the spine of the blade, but to be honest, it's really not doing you much. It's not aggressive at all. My thumb can slide up and down that. So yeah, cool, they added jimping, but it doesn't really do much. It'd be nice if the jimping kind of actually did something for you. So again, very smooth action. You're able to kind of just flick it closed like that, flick it open with one thumb, no wrist flick necessary. For the price, it is hard to find a knife with that action. That is really nice. I will say that right now. So some more gripes I have, things that I don't like about it. Like I said, that handle, it's not very ergonomic, and that part curving out there is uncomfortable on my pinky. Another thing, if you look here, you're gonna see that there's a decent amount of flex here where the scales meet the liner. So if you look, you'll see that doesn't instill too much confidence in these scales. So yeah, I definitely don't love that. That being said, overall, I think the knife is a pretty solid choice. For $30, you really can't go wrong. You've got D2 blade steel, micarta handles, you've got deep carry pocket clip, holds an edge well, great for anything like food processing, cutting boxes, anything where you're going to be doing a lot of slicing. This is going to be a good knife for you. Now let's do some size comparisons. First off, I'm going to go ahead and compare it to a Kershaw Volt. So here we go, Kershaw Volt. As you can see, they're pretty similar in size. The Volt is going to be a little bit bigger. Next, I'll go ahead and compare it to a Spyderco Para 3 Lightweight. This one is going to be the Blade HQ limited edition version with mint scales and an M4 blade. So there that is next to each other. So you can see the Para 3 is a bit smaller. And here it is. Now, I know this isn't much of a comparison. These are very different knives, obviously. However, I feel like most people in the knife community have at least handled a Victorinox SD before. So here it is compared to a Victorinox SD. That way you can get a bit of a size comparison. Now, I think that just about concludes my video on the QSP Penguin. Overall, I do really like it. I think it's great for the price, and it's definitely hard to beat for the price. My main gripes would be it's not very ergonomic. The handle's a little slick. I don't get much grip from it. And this part kind of sticks out here. What I do really like, I love that blade steel. Sorry, not blade steel. I love the blade shape. I don't have a problem with D2. D2 is definitely a fine blade steel, especially for the price. It's hard to beat. It's kind of hard to get, for $30, you're going to be hard pressed to get a better steel than D2. I will definitely say that right now. I really love the blade shape. Love that it holds an edge well. I love the pocket clip. Don't love the ergonomics. Don't love that there's some flex between the scales and the liner. And I think that just about covers it. If you guys enjoyed the video, I really hope you'll give it a like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Have a great day, guys.